Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us here at the excuse me at the Oreo Express. Josh here. Thursday, March 20th, guys. Thursday, March 20th. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Please hit that like button and hit that share button. We're doing this a little earlier today because we're probably going to have two podcasts and one live stream in between. So you guys won't want to miss it. So make sure you have followed, you have subscribed, you have all that good stuff. Let me jump in here. Let's see who we got. Hunter in the house. Trina, Susan, Mikey Ray, Pixie, Old Uncle Bill. Thank you guys. Jan Garner in the house. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. We're going to talk a little bit more about Tesla, some new developments that have happened, and more planned attacks on Tesla owners, and the people who are behind it. It's just incredible what we're seeing. But we are getting some arrests. Oh, you know what? I got to pull this one up for you. Let's see. Give me 1 second. And other news, though, did you know that they did another poll and just announced approval ratings for the Democrat Party falls even further? They were at 29. They have dropped to 27. I don't think attacking Tesla dealerships is doing it for them. I don't think attacking and keying Tesla cars is, I mean, they have their extreme group, and that's who shows up at protests. But I don't, this is just insane. Let me show you this other one with Tesla. Just me Blah's in the house. Hello. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. You got to see one of these though, but we're going to go over their call to action they had when they are planning more of the take down Tesla stuff. But first, we're going to give you some other news. Give me this 1 second. It's pretty far down on my bookmarks. You know, it's probably quicker to go to my page and do it if I need to do that. But the next show, we're going to probably be doing a live stream here in a little bit. And then when we get back into the studio, going to have a pretty epic, probably a long show because there's a lot of stuff to cover that we can't get to in this morning's show. Let me pull this up. Sorry about this, guys. Let's pull this up. Let's go to the home page. There you go. Thank you. But we're going to show you why maybe Tesla is or the Democrat Party, how their numbers are failing. Let me just pull this up. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this only got 383 views. The censorship on X. Check this out, guys. We have seen people walk by cars and key them. We've seen them spit on cars. We've seen them shoot up Tesla dealerships, burn down the cars, everything they can. All terrorism. A lot of trannies doing this. And it's Haha says it's a match challenge day. I got 20. Who is with me? Thank you, Haha, for the challenge. Thank you so much for you guys supporting us. We appreciate it. Take a look at this guy. I wonder what this guy would do with a 20. What do you think? Do ba 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 do boo do a boo ba do ba do boo boo ba do a do ba do ba do do ba do ba do do ba 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 do boo do a boo ba do ba do boo boo ba do a do ba do ba do do ba do ba do. He just stuck his fingers in his ass and is wiping it on a Tesla Cybertruck. The picture right here on the right, let's see where my mouse is going. That's all his fingers he stuck in his own butthole to wipe on a Cybertruck. We definitely need to identify this guy and get him in a mental institution. This is sick and disgusting. Like we've seen a lot. Yeah, people have been keying cars forever, not because of the government becoming more efficient, but because your ex or your girlfriend or your husband's cheating on you. You catch him at a bar with a woman. You know, there's country songs about that. But to go after innocent people that probably align with you politically because of the type of car they have, this is getting sick. Oh, thank you. Old Uncle Bill says, I'll match on Zelle. Thank you. What am I missing here with Rockstar? Hold on. Well, I'm back in the hospital now. Oh, man. Prayers for you, Rockstar. Hit me up a little later, man. Hit me up a little later. Praying for you. But again, this is the Democrat Party, and this is why they're, literally, this is the Democrat Party. And there's ha-has. Thank you so much, ha-ha. Appreciate you. So there's been multiple ones, and this isn't even all of them, but this is just some of them. And it says, this was from last night. Yep, today's Thursday, the 20th. It says, vandalism update. As of 7 p.m. Pacific, Wednesday, 3/19. Thanks to your help, we now have 2 of 6 confirmed charged or arrested. We thought we had Colorado today, but that was actually another case that was open and shut in the same day. So the woman is still at large. Keep sharing. We'll bring them all in. And what we've shown all these. So you got Florida. You got, I'm surprised Colorado. That was a pretty distinctive one we showed you, and you could see the tattoos up the arms. Somebody knows who that is. Maybe Tesla will offer some reward money. I mean, are the citizens, if somebody's in Colorado and they offer a $2,500 reward, you'd be surprised with $2,500 people be turning on their parents. Here was one of them. Congrats, Tim Longbrook. You are now famous, jobless, and unemployable. This was a post that put up, a Wahoo man who spit on Tesla has been fired. So it says, hey, I lost my job because of Doge and Musk. Sorry, I'm not feeling too happy with the Cybertruck. Happy to send money for a car wash. Please tell your friend, no hate for the friend, just Musk. Had a bad moment and will make it right if you connect with me. This is the guy right here. Man, Tim Longbreak. This is the guy that went out of his way to spit on a Tesla. And again, those cameras, man, on a Tesla are epic. Those things are Jeff and Michelle Sweeney, how you doing? Thank you for the present the other day for Caden. Was gifted a membership by Haha. Jan Garner said challenge accepted. Love my Oreo army. Thank you. Thank you, Haha, for the subscriptions and gifting those out. Thank you very much. How about this one? So some of the reports, who is funding all this? And we've kind of went into it. We haven't broke it down 100%, but we'll get into it a little bit more today. Mario put this up, Mario Nafal. And listen to this. Carla Jurvetson donated over $500,000 to the Indivisible Action, the group behind the nationwide Musk or Us protest targeting Tesla facilities, some of which turned to be violent and vehicles burned and showrooms vandalized. The ironic twist, she's the ex-wife of Steve Jurvetson, an early Tesla investor who sat on the board until 2020 and remains on Elon's SpaceX board. While her ex-husband calls Elon an American hero, Carla has emerged as a major Democrat donor, giving $9.5 million to progressive candidates last year. And we're going to have some more on that. There's some of that video. This one was one I think we showed you Monday morning in Tesla, at a Tesla in Las Vegas. This is domestic terrorism, and it's finally going to be treated as such. We'll get into more of that here in a minute. But last night, there was a call to action. A call to action. And look at this one. Actor Alex Winter, who began his career as a child actor, said he joined the Tesla takedown call to action tonight because Elon Musk gave a Nazi salute. Winter said Elon Musk is the only person responsible for taking down Tesla with his Nazi salute and his attacks on democracy. Listen.
It's our job to be excellent to each other. Please welcome Alex Winter.
There we go. How's it going? Thanks so much, Annie. It's really great to have you here and great to see everybody on this thing. Like most of the world, I was appalled by Elon Musk's Nazi salute, which kicked off his all-out assault on our government. And I wasn't surprised to see people protesting him soon after that. There was a protest in early February at a Tesla store that caught my eye because only one person picketing attracted a huge group of bystanders who were also being adversely affected by Musk and his criminal actions with Doge. Then more protests sprouted up in mid-February, and I decided to protest at a Tesla store in my town. And I expected it to just be me and maybe one other person.
Nothing is heartfelt. Do you watch him reading the screen? He couldn't just come out here and do anything. He is literally reading the screen right now.
But when I got there with my little sign, there were dozens of protesters, and within an hour, there were close to 100. This was a fun, peaceful event. It was friendly to the bystanders, friendly to the employees of the store. It was a good vibe, hopeful, filled with solidarity, just ordinary concerned citizens worried about Elon Musk and his attack on all of us. I'm a big believer in nonviolent protest as protected by the First Amendment. It's a constitutional right, and it's foundational to a working democracy. And it's been wild to see the tens of thousands of citizens around the world who are now organizing these grassroots nonviolent tests.
Nonviolent, huh? They look nonviolent. They've arrested how many trans Tifa?
To take down protests. They were like parties with dancing and music. One had a mariachi band. We had marching bands. Another one had Joan Baez playing her guitar in Palo Alto. It was pretty rad. But I think the Tesla takedown matters for several key reasons. One is that it gives many people a means to get out in peaceful protests to make their voices heard. Very important right now. And it also matters because it helps people to learn the facts about the reckless and deadly activities of Musk and Doge.
So reckless and deadly activities. We've seen those reckless and deadly activities, which is cutting down our federal government, shrinking the size of the bloated bureaucracy. Again, our government was created as a limited government for the people, by the people, not of the bureaucracy for the bureaucracy. And that's what we've seen. There was a couple people on this call. Listen to this. Laura Loomer put, meet Professor Joanne Donovan. Her handle on X is Boston Joan. She is one of the speakers tonight during the Tesla takedown call where organizers called for 500, listen to this, anti-Tesla protests to take place at Elon Musk's Tesla showroom on March 29th. Guys, that's 9 days away. I think we might have to enjoy some more Tesla takedowns. She is the author of the book called Meme Wars, and she is a professor at Boston University. Donovan claims to study memes and disinformation. During the call, she said the most obvious meme that no one is talking about is Elon Musk's black hat. I know I got one around here somewhere. We're going to talk about the black hat, black on black. She says the black hat, which she says symbolizes a black hat attack on a data heist and our federal government. She called him a black hat hacker who has broken into our government. These people, I want you to see her.
Most obvious meme nobody's talking about. The last thing I want to say is that I study memes. And the most obvious meme nobody's talking about is Elon's black hat. And he thinks of himself as this black hat hacker that's broken into the government and socially engineered his way into the treasury. And he's going to abscond with all the data. It's an obvious data heist. But he believes he's living a meme. And so we need to be very clear about what our demands are, about what our bright lines are, and that we're not going to stop until Tesla is done with Musk. Thank you.
Holy cow, guys. Did you know I didn't know. Did you know there was professors that get paid by your tax dollars to study memes and said that this hat is a meme? Oh, shit. Oh, man. A lot of times, and I listen, people like this, I think when they wake up in the morning and they look in the mirror, they're already disgusted with everybody. You can't be happy with others until you're happy with yourself. I go to the store constantly. I'm not upset with people. I actually probably talk to people more than I should. And you can obviously see these people. When we were at the Tesla takedown, these people were miserable. These weren't, yay, it's Saturday, we're standing for something. No, there was no heartbeat. There was no heartbeat. But hey, it wouldn't be a Tesla takedown without ghetto Jasmine Crockett. Take a listen to this. She was on there. This is just a short one. She's saying March 29th is her birthday. And all she wants to see on her birthday is Elon Musk taken down. Taken down, huh?
I'll make sure that I keep it short, but I am truly here for very selfish reasons.
Hold on. Let me refresh it. Hey, when it does this. Come on.
Keep it short, but I am truly here for very selfish reasons. Starting with on March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes. I'll make sure that I keep it short, but I am truly here for very selfish.
All kind of stuff that went on there. There was another one. I wonder if I still have it up. There was people that were on there. Hold on, let me pull up her account really quick. I might not have pulled it up, but people that have called for violence against Tesla was on this. Just all kind. Let's see. It was down here more. Let me see if it's. Yeah, the former director of information security for The Intercept, Micah Lee. Let's see. He encouraged people to stop drawing swastikas on Tesla Cybertrucks and instead told people, if you're going to vandalize Cybertruck, write F Nazi or draw a penis or something. Do not put more swastikas in the world.
2022, when I was the director of information security at The Intercept, I wrote a lot of articles about Elon Musk taking over Twitter. I wrote about how he immediately started purging prominent leftist accounts, how he brought back previously banned neo-Nazis and anti-vaxxers. Oh, sorry, this is my cat, Malcolm.
Go figure.
And I also wrote about how basically Twitter users were now subject to Elon Musk's arbitrary whims. So naturally, I was one of the 8 journalists that he decided to permanently suspend from Twitter because he didn't like my speech. But then a few days later, after posting a Twitter poll, he changed his mind and unbanned me. But I was still locked out of my account until I deleted the tweet that the billionaire didn't like. So instead of deleting it, I just didn't use Twitter for about a year. And oh my God, it was so much nicer. So if you are still using X, I highly recommend that you quit. Even if you have a lot of followers, it's not worth it. So now I'm part of a workaround collective that makes open source security and privacy software. We make an app called SID. You can find it at sid.social. It's CYD for clawback your data. That helps you delete all of your data from X, including deleting all of your tweets for free. If you want to, SID can also help you migrate your old tweets into Blue Sky, and we're adding support for Facebook and Instagram too, because we need to defeat all of the oligarchs, not just Elon. Freeing yourself from fascist social media is really good for your mental health, but I'm really excited about Tesla Takedown. We're a nonviolent grassroots protest movement that's focused on an actual winnable strategy to bring down Elon Musk. If we kill the Tesla brand, if we drive down the stock price low enough, we can force him to sell his stock to pay back the billions of dollars of debt that he took on to buy Twitter. This will drive Tesla stock into a death spiral. The fascists are purging the government of their critics. They're sending innocent people to Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, they have another thing coming, guys. I'll be honest. Like I said, maybe we're gonna have to do be the first one ever, Guinness Book of World Records, longest live stream, like a 7-day, 24 hours a day live stream to raise money for a Tesla. Because we're gonna support Tesla as much as we can. I just find it interesting that they're all reading Tesla Takedown, which is a nonviolent blah, blah, blah. Really? I got assaulted 2 times. I didn't lay a hand on anybody when I went down there, all because guess what? The fascist wanted to silence my free speech. And if you guys didn't watch that day, think about this for a second. I didn't even say anything with him. I didn't say anything to him. I walked around with a camera. They walked following me with a camera. They didn't have a problem with it. I'm out in public. I have no right to privacy in public. So it's going to be interesting. And as more people stand up against it, there will be more violence. You can guarantee if a group went out there to counter protest them in some areas, these people would just lose their absolute mind. And I truly think that what needs to happen is to truly remain peaceful, but get a group out there. Again, and I know it's hard to get conservatives out there, but if it's happening in your area, call up 10 or 20 people, put a little post out and get some folks with you and go stand up with American flags, because by not standing against this, you are standing for it. Again, you're either for something or you're against it. And I wish more of the pro-Trump groups would do the counter-protest stuff, but I get it. They don't want, they kind of want to do what we've done for a long time. And I wish it was a little different. But we will always be out there. So on March 29th, we're going to have to make plans, see where we're traveling to on March 29th. I believe that is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. I'm glad this is happening in March. We got a busy weekends in April. You guys know April's always my fun time. That's where we have big hat days in Clovis. We have the rodeo. We have all the good country hick redneck stuff going on here. And I can't wait. So this is from Dan Bongino. If you guys don't know, that is FBI Director Dan Bongino. He shared an article from Axios. I'll pull it up right here. It says FBI investigates attacks on dealerships, cars amid Musk protest. Now, again, a lot of people have funded this with that Indivisible group. And I'm hoping if they can tie that money to these protests, which they should be able to do, whether it's advertising, whether it's promoting a post to get people out there, they can go after that group. That would be ultimate. It says Axios says FBI investigating attacks targeting Tesla dealerships and cars. The FBI is investigating attacks targeting Tesla vehicles and dealerships of the EV company and related swatting incidents, Bureau Deputy Director Dan Bongino said Wednesday night. Why it matters? There have been a spate of such incidents that President Trump and other administrative officials have denounced as acts of domestic terrorism amid Tesla takedown protest at the role of Tesla CEO Elon Musk and the Doge-driven cuts to the federal workforce and agencies. Attorney General Pam Bondi has threatened severe consequences for anybody involved in the vandalizing of Tesla vehicles. Meanwhile, Musk's role as senior advisor to the president appears to have hit the company's sales in the first quarter of the year, and some Tesla owners have posted bumper stickers on their cars to distance them from the billionaire. Our teams are actively working on the Tesla incident and the swatting incidents, along with our other responsibilities to keep the homeland safe, said the newly sworn-in Bongino on X. Swatting is a form of harassment that involves making a hoax call to emergency service in an attempt to have a large number of armed police dispatched to a particular address. What it is, and this has been going on, we haven't really been covered it. We've been swatted at places before. What this is an attempted murder. That's what they are doing. If I call the police and I say, hey, police, my name's Old Uncle Bill, and I live at this address, and there's 5 guys surrounding me with guns, the scary one, and then I describe what I look like. Say, oh, Uncle Bill just got off a live stream and I know what he's wearing. I know what the hat he's wearing. And I tell the police, this is what the bad guy's doing. The police come thinking, oh my God, there's 5 bad guys on there. I got to protect them. I got to hope the homeowner's safe, and I got to protect my life. Swatting has resulted in the death of innocent civilians before. So it is attempted murder. Musk expressed shock on Fox News Tuesday over the attacks following multiple reports of Tesla vehicles being burned or dealerships being vandalized across the U.S. in recent weeks. The FBI is investigating as potential acts of terrorism the targeting of Tesla's collision center in Las Vegas on Tuesday that resulted in several vehicles set on fire and the word resist spray painted on the building. A person dressed in black approached the business with incendiary devices per Las Vegas Police Department. Now, I've already told you, all these people that are now getting busted going up to Teslas, now Antifa will be out there doing it in black bloc. Just like they do when they assault the elderly at pro First Amendment rallies in Sacramento. They all dress up, they play dress up, and they go out and they'll be doing that. You mark my words, it'll happen before Sunday. I will share something on X before Sunday. You can guarantee it. Said the individual used devices to set multiple Tesla vehicles on fire. One incendiary device was recovered inside a vehicle undetonated. It is also believed the individual fired at least 3 rounds from a firearm at vehicles. The FBI is also working with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms and Explosives and the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department to investigate an overnight incident in which cyber trucks at a Tesla dealership in South Kansas City were damaged. Again, this is absolute terrorism. They need to get these people. When you're putting explosives in vehicles, yeah, I'm swatting old Uncle Bill. I'll tell you what, old Uncle Bill's sitting there. He's wearing an Oreo Express t-shirt. Go after him. I love what Rep. Wesley Hunt said, because you can't get any closer to the truth than this. Listen.
It's been, I've seen Democrats on TV for the past week scream, Elon Musk. It's been quite invigorating, actually. I'm really enjoyed it. And what's funny about it to me is that you're mad at the guy that found the fraud, but not mad at the people that wasted your money. Here in Congress, we clearly can't cut a budget, so I really thank Elon for doing our job for us.
So true. So true. I love it. So remember how I told you a couple weeks ago, be prepared. This is where it's going. You can read the writing on the walls. Republicans are going to have town halls, and we've covered it since then, but Republicans are going to have town halls. They're going to send Democrats in there. They're going to yell, boo, and act like the children they are that are, keen Teslas, not be professional in a town hall. And then they're going to say, oh, look at the kickback that Republicans are getting, no lie. Right here, it says this is Republican town hall in Wyoming, a state that voted for Trump by 46 points. They would probably vote for Trump by more than 46 points now, but they wanted MSNBC to be at this town hall, so MSNBC caught this. Check this out.
I disagree. Not dismantling Social Security.
So she says right there, Doge is not dismantling Social Security. We all know that. But yet Democrats, that's all they had. What was a day of Medicaid 2 days ago? Because he's cutting Medicaid. He's not.
With reconciliation, we are not allowed to touch Social Security. The work that I have specifically been doing, I am on the Judiciary Committee and
think about it. The only people chanting deport Elon are not the people that, let's not forget, guys, when Trump introduced Elon and Elon endorsed Trump and they started working together, Trump said, if you vote for me, I will put Elon and this group right here and they will go to every federal organization. They will audit, and we will downsize the government. His approval rating went up. If you think Republicans are upset with what's going on, we are ecstatic. We are upset with the judges blocking it. That's it. And they know this. They know this. Just like when they said Kamala Harris is going to beat Trump by 8 points. Oh, Kamala Harris is winning this state. Kamala Harris might have Texas this year. Remember all that? Yeah.
Natural Resources Committee.
I worked for the U.S. Department of Agriculture, helping Wyoming family farmers deal with drought until I was fired a month ago in the mass firings, and despite only having the highest marks in my performance review. In a state where so many farmers rely on government programs for drought and disaster relief, Trump's plans to cut these programs and the people who administer them, coupled with the tariffs, will decimate Wyoming farms and rural communities. What are you doing about that?
I disagree.
I love that she's standing up there. Again, these are all talking points from MSNBC, from CNN, from the Democrat people that now have a 27% approval rating. You know, it's funny when they talk about Trump's approval rating, he will never drop below a Democrat approval rating. But listen to that. So they're taking this video and they're sharing it and they're saying all these people that voted for Trump are chanting deport Elon. I think we know by now. We'll play the rest of this out.
I disagree. I come from the ag community. I'm well aware of what kind of programs are out there. It's so bizarre to me how obsessed you are with federal government. But here's the thing.
How obsessed you are. I love it. I love it. Listen to that.
I come from the ag community. I'm well aware of what kind of programs are out there. It's so bizarre to me how obsessed you are with federal government.
I think she won that one, guys. I'm serious because that is the truth. Democrats worship the federal government. They wake up in the morning and they are scared that we are going to cut down the government to what a private sector employer would have as employers. Crazy. Fire. Check this out. So again, we're going to have another show this afternoon. We're going to have a live stream in between. You don't want to miss it. A live stream probably in about an hour and a half. It should be fun. Hopefully, if it's worth going live for. You guys won't want to miss it. But then when later this afternoon, probably 5 now, we'll have my time, which is 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll have another live show for this afternoon to cover the news. But just to give you guys some of the topics, we talked about it yesterday about the Department of Education. Listen to this. I love the way she comes out.
Caroline, what do you say to critics of the president's education plan?
Where was their criticism of our nation's failing test scores for the last several decades? The Department of Education was founded in the 1970s, and since then we have spent more than $3 trillion at this federal bureaucracy. What has been the return on that investment for the American taxpayer? Levels that are less than ideal, less than proficient. Our children's test scores are incredibly concerning when it comes to reading rates, literacy rates, math, and science test scores. The numbers prove that, and this president is finally taking much needed action to return education to where it belongs, and that's to educators closest to students in their classrooms in their respective states. We're going to have a great event here later at 4 o'clock. There will be students here, teachers here, parents here, educators, and of course, governors from around the country who are very excited about taking on this responsibility to educate our nation's students.
Who's going to run federal student loans?
So the Department of Education will be much smaller than it is today. As you know, the president's executive order directed Linda McMahon to greatly minimize the agency. So when it comes to student loans and Pell Grants, those will still be run out of the Department of Education, but we don't need to be spending more than $3 trillion over the course of a few decades on a department that's clearly failing in its initial intention to educate our students.
So is the federal government going to be
going to
spending
be
less?
much smaller than it is? Is it not going to be shut down completely? And then I have a second question.
As I said, Pell Grants and student loans will still be run out of the department in Washington, D.C., but the great responsibility of educating our nation's students will return to the states.
And the Department of Education plays a critical role in enforcing civil rights laws that prohibit discrimination. Who's going to do that now?
Any critical functions of the department, such as that, will remain. But again, we're greatly reducing the scale and the size of this department.
What about federal Title I funding?
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. I just love it. I just love it. And then Kellyanne, watch this one here.
It is not just the Department of Education. Just final point, Politico Playbook had an excellent way of framing this. Though I'm sure they meant it negatively, they're a Beltway publication. This is the wholesale destruction of the liberal state. It is not just the Department of Education. He is gutting liberal Washington, D.C. in a way that they say could be permanent. Thank God.
And Harris,
I hope it's permanent. But again, Democrats are very upset because they use the Department of Education to indoctrinate your students. We've talked about it for a long time. When you look at college professors, when you look at teachers nowadays, we have all these that we don't even bring them up anymore, but teachers in classrooms with the trans flag and the Black Lives Matter. When my child goes into a classroom, reading, writing, arithmetic, critical thinking, problem solving, not trying to say, we're going to put the demon in you. And that's what we've been seeing. We've been seeing radicalists. And again, I've said this before. Does this mean that the schools in California get any better? Not with an education like Gavin Newsom. We're not going to fire the bad teachers. We're not going to fire the teachers that held children hostage during COVID. We're not going to do any of that in California. But other states that were kind of hamstrung by the Department of Education, now those states can say, okay, here's what we're going to do. We got this money now. This is what we want to do. And you will see those states do much better. It's sad that we're the United States of America and we're like 14th in the world. Is it 14th or even less, 17th in the world when it comes to schooling? Did you listen to this? It says, this is Charlie Kirk, 23 million civilian employees of the government, state, local, and federal. 23 million employees. It says 11 million work in education, almost half. 6.7 million of those are not teachers. So I was thinking about this the other day, and even from when I was in school to when my son was in school to now, you have so many boards and directors and so much top-level staff. So when I went to school, and I went to a nice Clovis school, good education, clean, Dry Creek Elementary, you had a principal, a vice principal, a nurse, a secretary, a library. You had a couple secretaries in there doing back and forth, answering calls, attendant stuff, and all that. And then you had teachers. And then occasionally you would see a substitute teacher. That was all that filled the halls of my classroom. Basic, what's needed. We had special education classrooms for the folks that needed special education, for those that were developmentally disabled. And we had some parents that volunteered as like hall monitors and watching what was going on during recess. You would have a couple teachers out there and a couple parents out there. That was all the way through kindergarten through 6th grade. Now, if you go through there, there's probably been a 600% increase of staff that's not teachers. And guess what? Everybody in that office, yeah, when I had to call home, that was great. I'm glad they didn't teach me anything. I went to the nurse a couple times. I was glad I got to go home, but I mean, even the nurse didn't do anything. Took your temperature, say you got a temperature, and call my mom. It's just crazy. It's just crazy how much things have changed. And I know I started thinking about this the other night because I was thinking about when my daughter just graduated last year. And we would go to the on-campus stuff, and they would have, oh, we got this group, and we got this group, and we got the director of this group, and this person's working with this. And you're sitting here thinking, wow, where do they fit all these people? Check this out. We're gonna talk about this a little later on our next show too. It says breaking: New York's highest court just struck down the New York City law that would let over 800,000 illegals vote, non-citizens vote. Remember how New York is pushing that? Well, the highest court in New York just struck that down. The courts rejected Democrats' argument 6-1. I got to look at who that one is.
Interdictions of drug smuggling vessels off the coasts of Mexico, Central and South America by the crews of the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Stone and Coast Guard cutter Mohawk. They've done incredible work here with their crews to remove these drugs out of the system so they can be destroyed. These efforts were coordinated with the Helicopter Tactical Squadron air crews that you see with us today as well, Tactical Team Pacific law enforcement detachments that were involved, and partner agencies that are operating in the Eastern Pacific Ocean. The brave men and women of the Coast Guard do work every single day, 24/7, and they do it with excellence. Their dedication, their resilience, and their patriotism is something that we all can admire and does not go unnoticed. Their core mission is simple, but it's incredibly crucial. It's to secure our territorial waters and to safeguard our nation from those who seek to do us harm. Their mission directly aligns with President Trump's vision to make America safe and strong again. And thanks to the Coast Guard's relentless maritime security and their interdiction efforts, $517 million worth of illegal drugs will never reach American communities here by what you see today as a result of these weeks of work.
That's amazing. Like, what was it last year? We covered that yesterday. Last year, nobody in the top 10 most wanted list had been captured since Trump's been in office. We've already got 3 of the top 10. Just crazy, crazy, crazy. So, guys, again, stay tuned. We're getting ready to hop in the car and go out for a live stream. Hopefully, if it's worth the live stream. So stay tuned on that. And then later on this afternoon, we will cover all of today's top topics. And I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you to old Uncle Bill, Jan Garner, everybody else. Haha did a $20 challenge. Thank you, Haha. It really helps out. And then also Haha did the 5 gifted subscriptions. Thank you guys. And no, I don't ignore the chat. I just let you guys stress a little bit because I know what's going on my side. Yeah, no swatting call. No swatting call. Old Uncle Bill had the wrong address. They're probably over at Pissant's RV right now. But so check it out. We will be live in a little while. Again, thank you for the donations. We appreciate you. If you guys do want to help out, Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army, or givesingo.com/Oreo 2024. We will see you guys really soon. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed and make sure you're looking around 12:15 my time. That's 3:15 Eastern. God bless.